Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Enfys Tarot. Today is August 16th, 2024. And as I'm shuffling today, before I even get started pulling these cards, I just want to take a minute to send out some real big gratitude to my ancestors and spirit guides, to the universe, and to all of the people in my life who have, in one way or another, supported and encouraged me to push through and practice tarot more often than not. I wake up totally inspired every day, and that is a unique experience for me. This is something very, very new. I mean, I'm 43 years old, and I've had lots of different experiences in my life. And I really feel like the only other time in my life where I felt this inspired in the morning and got hit with so many amazing ideas and things that excite me were, when I was raising my children when they were younger. I would wake up every morning inspired to just have fun and see what we could bring into the world. And since then, I certainly have been enjoying my life, but this is a unique experience where I get to get up every morning and be excited to come down and get my day started. And then I'm, getting hit with just bolts of ideas and inspirations. And, my notebook is starting to overflow with exciting things that I want to get involved in with tarot and engage with all of you. So I just wanted to take that time this morning before I even start pulling to just send out big, big gratitude, because I am having so much fun with this. I'm glad you're all here today. If you are new to this channel, we do community tarot readings Monday through Friday. I try to get these out in the morning whenever possible. Sometimes it's a little bit later, but it's a really fun way to just kind of touch base, see how you're doing spiritually, see how you're doing with your spirit guides. So if you like to listen first thing in the morning, great. If this is something that you enjoy listening to during your lunch break or on your ride home from work, fantastic. I encourage you all to please like and subscribe to my channel because, as I mentioned, inspiration, we are going to be doing some things pretty soon. We're going to be getting the ball rolling on some things that include live free tarot readings on a regular basis, and I don't think that you're going to want to miss out on those. So please subscribe so that you are getting the notifications for when we have special events and live readings. Let's see where this is going today. I feel like I still need to be shuffling a little bit more, and I hate to put anyone in a position where you feel like you're getting bored, it's taking too long while I'm shuffling these cards. But the truth is, I can't stop shuffling until I am given the go ahead, the green light to start pulling cards. So I sometimes shuffle just for a few seconds, and sometimes I'm shuffling for several minutes. And it's just simply not up to me. I do feel like we're getting close here. This might be it right here. All right, let's see. So we've got the Nine of Cups, which is a beautiful card to start with. And in fact, it's fairly appropriate considering the way I opened today's reading with gratitude. This card is all about acknowledging, let me get it out of the glare here, acknowledging how far you've come, acknowledging the things that you have accomplished, the things that you've acquired, the stuff in life that is meaningful to you, that you are proud of. And I definitely am feeling pretty proud of my accomplishments this morning. It's not so much pride as it is just real gratitude, real satisfaction. There's a lot of satisfaction in this card. So I think that the first call today is to invite everyone listening to take a moment and experience the gratitude in any areas of your life where you feel satisfied, complete, whole, inspired, at rest, at ease. and ready for more. So take a few minutes today and really think of all of the areas in your life where you feel really good, and just shoot out some gratitude for those things. So that's where we're starting. And oh my gosh, here the Four of Wands is another incredibly beautiful card. This is the card of foundation and success and celebrating accomplishments and whatever you have achieved in life. This is a card of unity. This is a card of hope and inspiration, but it is based on a foundation of elements. That's why you have the four in this card. That's a beautiful card. And now here's the card that says, okay, what are we going to do with it? Where are we going to go next? It's okay not to jump into anything new yet. That's why this card is coming in reverse. It's okay to just sit with this for a minute and allow inspiration to come and strike you. And here we're following it up with the Seven of Pentacles, which again, it's a card of just staying where you are, taking pause and taking stock in what you have achieved and what you have accomplished. And that's so, so important. There have been lots of conversations in our tarot readings over the course of the past couple of months where we're being asked to pause and take stock. And the purpose of taking stock is not to assess where we have fallen short. That's really important to understand. It is to assess where we have come, how far we have come, what we have achieved. That's what's coming out. You've got this person who's really assessing their garden, right? The pentacles represent things that we have acquired, things that we have, they're like our earthly possessions, the things that we have accumulated throughout life. And you see this person just sort of standing there contemplating where they are. And sometimes when this card comes up, it's asking you to take stock and figure out what to do with what you've already achieved and how to move forward. And sometimes this card is asking you to simply just stand there and admire your work. So I think based on these cards that we've already been putting out here, we're being asked to just take pause and appreciate what we have achieved. And use good judgment. Man, we are really in flow today. The Judgment card talks about not being so judgmental, but actually looking at things and seeing them for what they truly are. When this card comes in the upright position, you're being asked to really see everything as it is. And that includes yourself. When you look at yourself internally and you're assessing who you are as a person, you are being asked to see yourself from the perspective of the universe, that unique and perfect individual that you are, and how you fit into this whole, this one giant organism of universal life. Now, here we get into some nitty-gritty stuff. We've got the Tower coming in. And the Tower is telling us, even though you're feeling great right now, sometimes things can come in and create a massive change, right? And we're being asked to be prepared and go with the flow. When the Tower is in the upright position, it's saying, hey, sometimes things come along and everything's gonna get shaken up. Everything's gonna change. You're going to have some new things. You're gonna lose some old things. You're going to be shifting into a new way of being. The Tower looks terrifying, this card, but it is a cleansing card. If you can look at this and see it as a cleansing card where everything gets shaken up and you're able to get rid of the things that you no longer need and create space for something new. That's what's coming out in the Tower card. And sometimes that can look really scary because we get comfortable where we are and we're kind of apprehensive, we're reluctant to make any changes. And the Tower is saying, deal with that temporary discomfort and let things go. Be able to let things go. Anything you're attached to, just let that fall to the wayside if it's no longer serving you and the greater good. And when you're going through this kind of situation where things are being shaken up, you have these two archetypes here. You've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. Now, the Queen of Wands is coming in reverse here. The Queen of Wands is, first of all, we've been getting a lot of her because she's big Leo energy, right? And we are in Leo season. And when the Queen of Wands is upright, she is calling to you to be confident and shine and, be really bold and courageous and just move through the world in flow. And when she is in reverse, it's simply saying, when things are changing, be able to take a step back. You don't always need to lead with this great, courage and confidence and be bold. Sometimes it's okay to sit back a little bit and see how things play out. We're not always going to know exactly how things need to occur. And when we're feeling the discomfort of great change, that is the time where we should be kind of easing back a little bit and watching to see things, how things really are, and move forward with the King of Swords energy. And the King of Swords energy is all about being able to see things clearly, being able to analyze a situation, being able to predict what can be happening next and strategize. So the King of Swords is really all about clarity of mind and getting rid of all of the ego and all of the bravado and even emotions. You don't want to get your emotions in the way when you're being called to the King of Swords. You really want to be focusing on clarity of mind and just thinking things through. So that's really important for today, to understand that if big changes are afoot, move through those changes with clarity of mind, not so much emotions or bravado. Okay? Let me go ahead and shuffle these cards up. See if there's anything else coming forward today that the spirit guides want us to know about. I'm feeling like those are the two big messages today, so I don't know where this is going. I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle these cards up a bit. I'm paying attention to the cards that are in my right hand as I'm shuffling. They usually clue me in to what we're going to be talking. And here, look, just as I say that, I get the upright Ace of Wands, which is the thumbs up card, right? So we're ready. I can pull. Ah, the Hermit. Okay. Oh my goodness, these two cards together, that's really interesting. Let's pull these down here. And all right. So this is really interesting because typically speaking, the Hermit card is asking you to take some time for introspection, okay? And just spending some time alone, not being too focused on the world outside of yourself, and really engage with how you're feeling and how you're doing and your thought processes at the moment, right? And then the Six of Wands card is very much the opposite. This is the card where you are taking a leadership position and getting people on board to kind of assist you with whatever your cause is. So I do believe that because these are two fairly conflicting cards, what you're being asked to do right now is to take that time of introspection so that you are prepared for moving forward and taking that leadership position and understanding what's needed for the greater good and then getting people involved with your cause. So at the moment today, take some time for introspection before moving forward and getting people engaged with your cause, all right? And then let me take a good look at these down here, because these cards don't often come up together. And what I'm hearing is, if right now you're having a hard time appreciating what you have accomplished, it's important for you to take another look. You've got the Page of Wands in reverse next, and this again, the wands are this like fire energy. They have big Leo energy. There's a lot of courage and just confidence that come out with the page, or with the wands. And with the page being in reverse, it's really saying you need to be looking at the situation again, coming from the place of a learner, a student. The page is a student, and they are inspired to learn something new. And you might be feeling like you don't want to learn something new about yourself or about your situation. And if you're feeling that way right now, you really want to use that introspective time and reconsider, because this card is suggesting you're sitting on a lot of good. You're like sitting on your pot of gold, right? You've done so many things to create this bounty, this beautiful garden, this place where things can stem from your garden and you're able to provide for others. And right now, if you're feeling like you don't have much to show for what you have been working toward, you're being asked to look at it again, okay? Reassess that situation, because currently you're in Eight of Swords mentality, which is false imprisonment. This is false self-imprisonment. So if you're feeling this way right now, and I don't think that everyone is, I think that this is for a group of people who are listening in today. It could even just be one person. This is a very important message for you. These cards all go together, and you're being asked to do some introspective work, to reassess what you have accomplished. Give yourself a little bit more credit, okay? You're feeling a little bit trapped right now, like you don't know what you have accomplished. You're feeling sort of hopeless and you don't know where to go from here. The truth of the matter is that you just need to reassess, okay? This is a false imprisonment situation. So I hope that you got that loud and clear. I am glad I pulled those extra cards, because there was a subgroup of people in this reading that really needed to hear that today. So let me go ahead and shuffle these cards all back together. I always like to close out with one card from Spirit. Typically, when I am asked to pull one last card, our Spirit guides really do a great job of sending us just the right one. Oh, and by the way, happy Friday. Today is Friday. So, we're getting into the weekend here, and I don't see any, last Friday, we had some really clear messages for what to watch out for over the weekend. We're not having that kind of a reading today, but I do want everyone to really enjoy this weekend. We are halfway through August. We've got 1 month left of the summer, and I'll bet many of you are itching for the enjoyment of fall and all of the fun autumn activities. But this weekend, really get the most out of summer. Really be present to where we actually are. Let's not rush through anything. The death card keeps coming up in my right hand, and that card might not come out, but when I see a card in my hand, especially if it keeps coming up, it's important for me to relay that message. When the death card comes up, it is saying it is time to put something to an end, an absolute end. Bring something to closure, because bringing that to closure is what's needed to create space for new birth, okay? The death card actually is a birth card because you've got to be able to clear that space away and bring things to a total end sometimes in order for the new things to come in. All right, let's see what we've got. The Star. What a great card to end on. So the Star card represents connection. Connection to the universe, connection to yourself, connection to those around you, and being a part of the flow of energy, allowing the energy to come in, allowing grounding energy to go out. You are a cog in the wheel, so to speak, for this greater good. And although you're a cog in the wheel, you are incredibly whole and important as an individual. And it's important for you to really appreciate your place in the universe and get the most out of it, both for yourself and for those around you. You've got the full support, the full energetic support of God and the universe and your spirit guides. This is all represented in these stars here, and you are part of this greater system. And when you get this card, it's really important to listen to the messages coming in from spirit, okay? Be open to that. You've got the water in here that represents your subconscious. She's got one foot in the water. Then she's got another foot over here that's on the ground, but it's still connected by water. I don't know if you can see that clearly. And then you have this little bird up here. This little bird represents messages and communication, listening carefully. So make sure you're listening carefully this weekend. This is a great card to be receiving. I hope that it brings you a feeling of total peace and unity, because that really is what this card is about. Listen openly, be open this weekend. All right? So that is your community reading for today. Thank you all for stopping by. Again, please subscribe. Get ready for some live tarot readings coming up. I will be having another free live tarot reading coming up this week. And I want you all to get those invitations so that you know when we're doing that. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later.